Cooking with Crystal. Cooking with Crystal. Cooking with Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. I am Crystal Halliday, and today we're going to be up and happy Sunday, everyone. Today we're going to be making something so delicious. One of my favorites, some crabs and shrimp. I love crabs. Crabs, shrimps, crab shrimps, crabs, shrimps, crab shrimps. Yes. And here are our ingredients. Now we have some cleaned, deveined shrimp, bay leaves, lime, celery, some more lime, our beautiful crabs, corn, red pepper, onions, garlic, and some fresh basil. This site is so beautiful. And now we're going to get started. Here's our seasonings: basil, parsley, seasoned salt, pepper seeds. Underneath that is paprika, garlic powder. And then we have our curry powder. And of course we have our Old Bay. We can't have our crabs without Old Bay. Put 2 bay leaves in the water, some nice garlic cut up, our good celery, nice and fresh, my favorite, red pepper, and of course onions. We need our onions. Now we're going to put in all the seasonings I just mentioned. And we're going to give this a good stir to marry all of the flavors together. Now once all of this boil and it starts to marry with one another, taste your concoction. If it tastes good, your crabs will be delicious. And we're going to put our corn in and just give it a couple of rolls to get some of that seasoning in the corn. And right on top of the corn, we're going to put the star of the show, our crabs. Now try to put them as even as possible so that they all can cook the same time. They're actually done, but I'm steaming them. And I'm steaming that flavor in. Mouth watering as I talk about it. Just gonna get these crabs in. And we're gonna put a little bit of garlic or Mrs. Dash, salt free. So just sprinkle it all on that shell. Because you know you gotta put the shell in your mouth too. Unless you're cracking with a fork. And let's put our aluminum foil over. Nice and tight. And then we're going to put a little hole right on the top so that the steam can release. And there we have it. Look at those shrimp. We seasoned them with the exact same seasoning that we did the crabs in. And we're just going to put each shrimp right on the grill pan to give it some smoky flavor. Now right now you can smell the crab. And they smell so good along with the shrimp. Smells delicious. And I'm just putting a little bit of butter with some garlic. And then I did cut up a little bit of basil and just sauteed that together to brush over the shrimp in the end. Just to give the shrimp a little bit more flavor. But trust me, they have flavor without this. Just gonna let that cook. Put a little bit of basil in there. Yum. It smells so good, and I love fresh basil. Look at that. Nice. A nice little crunch. And I'm just going to take the shrimp off and just saute this together. It's not going to be a whole lot of it, but once it gets brown, because it's like a brown butter sauce, we're going to put a little bit of lime juice in. Which, of course, lime or lemon pairs very well with seafood. Yes, indeed. And just a little bit of white wine. Because as I said, I'm going to brush this juice right over the shrimp. And just a pop of honey. And that's pretty much it for the little sauce. Trust me, it's going to taste so good. And here we go. Look at this vision of loveliness. Mouth watering. Oh my goodness. There's nothing better than having a good meal. And this corn. This corn is so good. I gotta do a little dance about this. A little dance. And like, I didn't want to slurp, but you could just slurp the goodness, the juice. All of the flavors from the crab is in the corn, as well as the seasons. And it's just so delicious. And then the shrimp. The juice is right in that little tail part. Even though my husband, he hates when I leave this tail part on, but I love that tail part and suck that juice out. And then we have our crab. $7.99 a pound. We have our crab. And when the crab is $7.99 a pound, that makes me extra happy because they went up on crabs to the point where they were almost unaffordable. But here we go. That crab was just so delicious. And then here's our shrimp with the little garlic and the basil with just a little pop of honey. Delicious. Delicious. And look at all that stuff on my hand. Eating with my hands. But it's my plate, so I could do it. So good. You know I can't talk when my palate is just pow, pow, pow with goodness. And this is one of the carrots from the salad I made. I love the purple carrots. Look, oh my goodness, they're so good. That was so delicious. The shrimp were plump. and delicious with the basil and the garlic. And then those crabs were juicy and it was so good. And like I said, they were only $7.99 a pound. Okay, so we got a nice amount. We have a nice amount left as well. But thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. Please like and subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I am Crystal Holiday. And as always, be blessed.